Yeah, a couple seconds. She said. I'm gonna try to zip through it because I need to do all those dishes and feed baby Kiki. I need some water. It's your phone. Is that you? Oh yeah, yeah. Like I smell weed. Maybe it's just yeah, but if I wash my nose, it's just like no. I think it could be layering. Oh. Hello. Wait, I don't have audio. Hold on. Okay, now I can hear you. All right. Thank you for coming on the call. I'm going to get started kind of quick and kind of just go through it. This is kind of just a little catch up and mustard. No, just kidding. Okay, so corny jokes for you. But anyways, Janet's not here. I think Bridget's going to just come watch live. So she's going to be right here. And I'm just going to give you guys some updates and kind of do a little really short social media like training tips. And I am going to record the call so that I can post it, upload it to YouTube, and then post it in our group. So thank you for being here. And again, I apologize for kind of starting late because we got home later than expected. So.
I got to eat and I was doing laundry, so it was cool.
Okay. All right. So I got my screen share. Let me just pull up my little PowerPoint. Okay, cool. I'm recording. I might have to grab style. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So we are gonna get started. It's going a little slow for some reason. All right, so welcome to our call, ladies and ladies. Okay, so I'm gonna give some Success Club updates when we have these team calls. So right now we still got 13 days to go. I am at Success Club 2, but I really am, as a leader, I wanna be higher at this point in the month for you guys to set that example. Now I don't know if you guys know this or if you've done any research on the Success Club way to get points, but the easiest way to get points is to sell a challenge pack, and you get 2 points per challenge pack that you sell. Now, I like to look at it more than just points. I like to look at it as I'm helping potentially change someone's life with these challenge packs. So the points are actually people, and I want you guys to kind of like try to keep that mindset too instead of just trying to go for points, although it is a good marker to measure what you're doing throughout the month, and that's why you want to hit Success Clubs, because you want to at least start off helping 3 to 5 people a month. That way you pay for your own expenses, and then you grow your team, and then each month you can grow residual income. you want us to see the PowerPoints? They're not ready. Okay. All right. Okay. So moving on from that. The coach news, and you guys can also find this on your coach online office. The new thing that is happening is called November to Remember. And this is basically, you can sign up with a fellow Beachbody coach. And so it's you and another teammate, and you just sign up, and then they're going to be donating a bunch of like money to different charities for schools. If you check out the FAQs, it's 8239. You can see more about that. And when you go to look at FAQs, you just literally search the number on the Team Beachbody website, and it'll pull that up, and you can like research it more. But basically, the cool thing I thought about it was that both you and your teammate, you hit Success Club 5, you earn a Team Beachbody hat. And, it's always good to kind of get that free gear because you can wear and share and rep your, the programs and stuff. And it's just a conversation starter when you're out in public and you're wearing something of Beachbody. And it's just cool to win prizes. I always like to win prizes. So I actually already have a partner, but what I want to suggest you guys is to get out of your comfort zone and go into the Shred Nation boardroom. And if you are interested in doing this, and search for a partner for the month of November that wants to do this with you. And all you guys need to get is their coach ID number and their email address. And basically you guys will work together in November to achieve Success Club 5 or higher. And, just sharing with what you're doing. And I've had many success partners throughout my, 2 years of being here that are just from Shred Nation. And it's really cool because you get to work with someone that may or may not have the same goals as you, but they're going through this journey of trying to work the business, and you guys can keep each other accountable. And like, it was cool. Like I was working with someone from Michigan, and she was awesome. And we just get either a Vox app or we get a text message going just to keep each other accountable, share what we're doing, or share who you talked to and reached out to that day. Another thing about November is for the double time challenge packs, you'll earn 3 Success Club points for those challenge packs. And basically the double time challenge packs is just with all access, but they have the double time pamphlet that gets sent with it. So that's cool. And that's still at the $160 price point. But if they want to get the DVDs with it, it's just $20 more. So that's another option when you're talking to people about that challenge pack. Moving on to the Double Time launch, which is coming out November 1st. And I did do the sneak peek, and I thought it was very fun for partner workouts. It also is going to be available. So for people that that have families with kids and they want to try out maybe not Shakeology, but maybe Daily Sunshine, which is geared for kids and teens. It's like an organic smoothie. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to get it so I can try James try it. And then you can start looking at that and the promo page, and that's FAQ 3472 to kind of look at a little way to like market that, creatively for your, for that program if you do want to launch that next month, and just start talking about it when it comes out for maybe your December groups. So have them purchase it in November and then start it either late November or in December. All right, so that's it with the news. I wanted to just briefly go over some social media training tips that I have been learning from a training that I am doing for my Facebook like page. But these tips could be also applied to Instagram as well if you are using your Instagram. Now, there's been some debate whether to use your Facebook personal page or your Facebook business like page. But the main reason that they're saying that we should be using our like page is because we can reach more people outside of our warm market. So we can reach more people in our cold market. And also because sometimes it's easier to talk to people that you don't know rather than people that you do know, and share your journey there. So that is another tip that I learned from a coach, and I thought that was very interesting because that's true, because sometimes people that know you from your past, they only know your past, and they're like, they don't believe like that you're this new person. But anyways, that really doesn't matter what they think. It's all about what you think on your new journey. Okay, the other thing is, so I'm just going to kind of go over these bullet points. So always think about, hey, Janet, Always think about how you can make your page stand out in a good way. So there's already enough negativity as it is sometimes on our feeds. We want to be that light. We want to be that positivity on our social media as coaches and as a business. You know, people aren't going to want to go to a page and that's negative, you know, so make sure that when you're posting, you're keeping in mind, like, it's kind of like your highlight reel, and you do have to show positive vibes, but be authentic and true to who you are at this point in your journey. And you do want to share you do want to be vulnerable and share your struggles from where you came but to where you're going. And then putting your face on your post and not using corporate content. I don't think that we really do that. That would be like posting, like, instead of posting something creatively with you doing a workout, that would be just like posting like the 21 Day Fix logo, which I'm guilty of doing this. I did this when I first started, and the 21 Day Fix logo, and then being like, join my challenge group, but it's like 21 Day Fix logo. Like, Beachbody markets themselves enough on infomercials, so they spend millions on that. So now what you're marketing is you, and why people want to come to you as a coach, not to the 21 Day Fix. They want to work with you, basically. So yeah, don't be afraid to put your face on your photo, on your post. And like I said, share your story and be vulnerable when you're doing it. The more that you can hit these pain points with people, the more they're going to be connected to you, the more that they're going to want to be attracted to you and join you. And then another thing that's really huge on Facebook, if you guys get to your like pages, is starting to do live videos, because Facebook, the algorithms give you a lot of love when you use their live videos, and that will help you to show up in people's feeds more. Because sometimes what happens if we do a post, not everyone's going to see it. You know, people might, depending on what time of day that they came on or whatnot, so people might not even be seeing your stuff. It might get buried. But live videos are very Facebook, like I said, they put those out and give you more love for using their live video feature at this point. And then not only that, when you guys go on video, you can't really like fake who you are on video. You are who you are, and people, whether they're your tribe or not, are going to be attracted to you. So they're either going to be like, ooh, who's this girl? Or they're going to be like, who's this girl? So then if they do that, then okay, leave, bye. Someone said bye, Felicia, the other day, and I was like, oh, that's a good one. So like, you know, if they're not your tribe, they're not your tribe, and that's better. You want them to unfollow you, whatever. That's just, don't take it personal. But when you do these live videos, you want to be giving value. So you want to actually be, you know, talking about something that is going to help others with something, or maybe you're sharing a tip of the day, or I personally have strayed away from my live videos, but I'm going to start going back into them. I feel like it does take confidence to get on video, but the more that you do it, the better you're going to get at it. That's just the way it is. So don't overthink it and just do it, but have a little game plan before you get on there of what you're going to be talking about. Okay, now hashtags when you're on Instagram. So you want to kind of use like not really crazy popular hashtags that have like 1 million people there, because like I said, you're going to get buried in the hashtag feed. So you want to kind of use unique hashtags according to your niche. So for me, some that I've been using are like from another food diary, like a Fit Girls Guide. They're one, and I use some of their hashtags to attract people that are using that that food diary journal. Or like, if like just a broad example would be like Fit Mom of 2, hashtag Fit Mom of 2. So you go there and you see like, okay, there's not like 1 million people with that, but there's maybe like 40,000. So that's not, you know, that's not too big where you're going to get buried in there. Or like the way to come up with your hashtags too is think about things that you like. For me, it's like faith. So I'll look at faith hashtags, mom hashtags. Yes, some fitness hashtags too when I'm posting about fitness. What else is me? I've been looking at mom humor lately because I feel like I have mom humor. Different ones like that, and just kind of like, and not only putting them on your post, but you taking some time when you are on Instagram to search through those hashtags that you like, that you're attracted to, and finding accounts that you like take a look at their feed and be like, oh, this is someone cool that I like to work with. Like, you don't know them, but you can add them on Instagram and get to know them and build a relationship I have so many people on Instagram that like we feel like we know each other and we've never met in person. So that's just because I stayed consistent in, you know, commenting on their posts and vice versa. So moving on from that, yeah, make sure that you respond to comments on your pages. So on Instagram, if people comment, I think you guys all do a good job of that. If they comment on you, respond back, not just liking their comment, but actually say a genuine comment back, because you want engagement. You want to build a community within your page. And then always provide value by give, and expecting nothing in return. The more you guys give to others, you know, the more you're going to get back in return, but without expecting it. So that is that. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so a few inviting tips after you've created a conversation with someone. So like when I say that you've created a conversation, you started a conversation with them, but you didn't lead with Beachbody challenge groups or Beachbody coaching. You're just saying, hey, how are you doing? How you been? You know, that type of thing, some small talk there. But then you want to get comfortable in knowing what you're inviting them to. So you have to keep in mind you need a calendar for Beachbody when your next challenge group is going to be, or when our next challenge group is going to be. So if you want to run one by yourself, or if you want to run one with our group, I will always share when mine is, and you guys can be admins in there. But eventually, I would love to see you guys running, you know, your own challenge groups with your own challengers. Doesn't matter if you have 1 or 2 people in there. I've had challenge groups with only 1 people. Me and Janet were freaking challenge group strong for like just us 2 for a while. And then there'll be people in there and maybe they're not participating and posting, but they're still looking and they're still checking in and they're still doing their journey. So you never know. But you want to stay consistent at running them every month. That way, when you are having these conversation people, you actually have something to invite them to. And I think a lot of people struggle with that because they don't know. They're just waiting for enough people to start a challenge group. But no, if you have these dates and you have a list of potential challengers that you follow up with and ask them, hey, are you going to be in this? The deadline to sign up is da-da-da. And this is, like I said, after you've had a conversation with them, you kind of give them a little bit of info about the challenge group. You don't have to give them everything. But what I also like to do is get their email address and kind of send them the info through email. So you guys know I recorded myself talking about the challenge group, talking about a bod video. I kind of want to make it a little shorter, maybe 2 minutes or so, going over the Beachbody On Demand. And just letting them know and seeing this is what we have, these home workouts and this challenge group community, and then they can see it all there. But it makes it easier for you to not have to like talk about it all the time. You can just be like, hey, I have this, check this out, if you do record yourself doing a video. But I would practice a little bit before you record yourself on video. And then email templates are great when you do have someone's email address. If you just make a Google snippet, I don't know if you guys use Gmail, but they have something called Google Streak, and you can download it. It's an extension, and you can create. Let me just show you real quick. Oops. You can create little snippets, so little emails that are going to go out to whoever you do invite for your let's say November challenge group. I'm already starting my November challenge group invites right now because, you know, we have a few weeks left and they need at least 2 to 5 days to get their stuff. Sometimes they might get their stuff after the challenge group, but at least as far as Shakeology, but at least you know that within 24 hours they'll have access to Beachbody On Demand and they can start the workouts. But you want to give yourself time to give them time to get the thing. So, oh shoot, I don't think my Google Streak is on here. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so like, yeah, if I go to Google Streak, see it's this little thing up here that it's an extension that I downloaded with my Gmail account. I saved a little signature for myself. I created this in canva.com, just made a little circle cutout, and then I put, you know, my signature so it comes on all my emails. I just did that recently, actually. But you go to your snippets. I click on, where's my November one? November to remember, and bam, it's already my email that I wrote and everything with a link to, this time I did a challenge group application, but if you want, you can already put the link in there if you've already talked to them about signing up. This is to get more about them, info about them, and you can make that using Google Forms. And then I would just write their name. So, hey, Sarah. And then I would put in their email, whatever, Sarah, whatever it is. And then I would send it. And I can track this by pen and paper, or you can pull up a little Excel sheet and track who you sent it to. That way you know, okay, in a few days you'll follow up with them. And the cool thing about Google Streak, it shows you if they read the email or not. It has like a little eyeball. And on the eyeball, I don't know why it's not showing here. I think because my screen's, but like to the right, there usually would be an eyeball and it would say if they viewed it or not. So Gmail is, I like Gmail. Okay, and then I think I already told you guys, create that deadline for the last day to purchase, but knowing in your back of your mind that if they really do want to get in, you'll let them in the day before, because Beachbody On Demand, it can get access it instantly, but we want to get them prepared. We want to do a prep week before the group starts so that they kind of get mentally prepared. And my final tip, I had to get this Jordan shot picture. I missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. So my final tip for you guys is that you will fail, but you will be okay. So I have failed tremendously so many times talking to people, and I've gotten a lot of no's, but I've also gotten many yeses too. And I've changed. I've gotten some awesome messages when people have transformations. And something that I always said when I started this journey was that I always wanted to help change at least one person's life. And thing is that I never knew. I mean, you can help change other people's life, but the one person that I really changed was my own. So through all this, like, I can say that I have just grown so much, and the more that you try and put yourself out there, the more you're going to grow and learn from your mistakes, and then you just get back up and you try again. But like, it's like a skill. You get better every time that you do it. And like, I know this PowerPoint is kind of cheesy, but like, I had to start. I had to do it, and I put it together, and and that's just the truth of it. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to do your best and try to help change lives along the way. And that's all I have for you guys. Does anybody have any questions about anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was talking with a coworker at work,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like interested in working out, but
Mm-hmm.
she's not really like active on social media, or I don't even know if she has social media.
Mm-hmm.
But is there a way to get her onto Beachbody On Demand, or like would she just strictly have to use the DVDs?
So no, she does. Did she didn't know how to like use internet to stream, or no?
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay. Yeah. So you would probably want to set her up with, because Beachbody On Demand, it's like they have to have Wi-Fi for that. But there are DVD programs that you could recommend. But the only thing about the DVDs, because like ever since Beachbody On Demand came out, it's like awesome because you never can get bored of a workout. But when I first started, what did I get? I got Insanity Max 30, which was a 60-day DVD program, which was cool because it had a lot of workouts in it. But like, say the 21-day fix or something, it's like 3 weeks and then you do it. I mean, you can do multiple rounds of it. But then it's like it kind of gets redundant and bored of it. So the DVDs I feel like are a harder sale now, but you could still encourage them. Maybe she'll like Shakeology. Maybe you could, she doesn't have a laptop or anything?
I'm not too sure. We only talked about it a little bit.
Okay.
Because she's been asking me like what I was doing, and like, you know, it kind of just like came up last shift with her briefly before we left.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I would just ask more questions then about it, like if she has Wi-Fi, or just kind of like even let her know, hey, like the challenge groups we went. I mean, because social media, you don't have to have that to be a challenger. I definitely suggested if they're a potential coach, because it's just an easy way to market yourself. But as a challenger, all they need is the app and the program. But another thing you could do is if you wanted to just try a DVD program, you can, and maybe didn't have the Wi-Fi connection, you could make that your one client that checks in via email or something. You know, I've had that before where people, I coach them like through email because they don't get in the app or they're not, why, is she older or?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I had like an older client that wasn't like familiar with technology, so I just emailed them. They were
okay, cool.
So
I know for sure she has email.
Mm-hmm. So you can kind of just check in with them how the program's going and stuff like that, and they could still do the Beachbody Challenge measurements if she can get on that and stuff. So
okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Janet? Any questions? You got to feel better. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. I'm going to upload this to YouTube for any of our future coaches on this team, or if you want to go back to anything that you might have missed. But thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, post them in the group. If you have any questions like that, always feel free to post them on our team page, and that way we can give feedback. You can post it in our Team Healthy Hustle page, our Brazen Fitness page, because that's a little bit bigger community. But the biggest community that we have is the Shred Nation boardroom, and you'll probably get more feedback in there. But I will always try to put feedback on if you guys ask questions in our little smaller groups. So, yeah. All right, ladies. Thanks again for being here. Have a good night.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks. Oh, Janet's still there. She's done. How do we stop this call? Oh,